every fleeting opinion, every minor obstacle. If you let it get to you, you're willingly giving up your own strength. The reality is, the most steadfast individuals don't have a life devoid of issues. They've simply perfected their response to them. Picture yourself navigating life unperturbed. No more dwelling on negativity, no more emotional volatility, just absolute self-command. In this video, I'll guide you on how to condition your mind to act as if you are untroubled by anything, so you can cease feeling ensnared by your emotions and instead begin to master them. Once you achieve this, nothing and no one will ever hold power over you again. First, mastering the I am untroubled mindset. Life is a cacophony of others' views, daily annoyances, and unforeseen hurdles. The world endlessly throws distractions, critiques, and barriers in your way. But what if the real power lies in mastering the art of emotional detachment? Imagine walking through a tempest without so much as a flinch, maintaining your calm. This is the essence of acting as if nothing bothers you. The secret is to disconnect your feelings from what happens around you. When you let outside events dictate your feelings, you become a puppet to things you can't control. But when you train your mind to stay unmoved, you become the master of your own path. The world looks up to those who are calm in chaos and don't fall apart under pressure. When you adopt this mindset, you command respect without uttering a word. You navigate life with strength, with presence, with an unshakable belief in yourself. Think of the most influential people in history. They weren't the ones who reacted emotionally to every insult or criticism. They moved with a sense of control, as if they possessed a secret the rest of the world didn't. Their power was not in arguing or fighting, but in their capacity to remain untouched. This is the real strength of indifference. Consider the philosophy found in books about self-mastery and success. The core lesson is that thought comes before action. What you believe, you become. If you are constantly reacting emotionally to the world, you are giving away your own power. But if you foster an unyielding mindset, the world will bend to your will. Those who accomplish great things understand this. Control your mind, and you control your reality. Picture someone insulting you in public. The typical response is anger or a need to defend oneself. But what if you just smile and continue on your way? You take away the instigator's power. They wanted a reaction, and when you don't give them one, they are the ones left feeling uneasy. You, however, walk away stronger, untouched, and victorious. This is the silent strength that few grasp but everyone admires. The same is true for failures. When faced with rejection, most people let their emotions take over, drowning in frustration. But those who understand indifference see failure as just data, a chance to learn and adjust. They don't take it personally, they observe, adapt, and keep moving. To develop this control, start by training your mind daily. Practice pausing before you react. Ask yourself if the situation really impacts your long-term goals. By consistently choosing not to react, you build a shield against life's trivialities. Another key element is visualization. See yourself as someone who moves through life unaffected. Picture a version of yourself who doesn't flinch at insults or crumble under pressure. When you reinforce this image in your mind, it becomes who you are. The mind is powerful. What you repeatedly visualize, you become. Let people wonder why you're not bothered. Let them question your composure, because when you show that nothing gets to you, you control the situation. True power isn't about dominance, it's about a presence so strong it doesn't need to prove itself. It's a presence that earns respect through silence and an unshakable mind. To stay unshaken, think about the strongest people you know. They don't react on impulse, they pause, assess, and respond with intention. This isn't because they lack emotions, but because they have mastered them. Emotional detachment is about controlling your feelings, not suppressing them. Imagine you're in a heated discussion and the other person is trying to provoke you. Do you react and let their words control you, or do you smile knowing their words have no power unless you give it to them? Emotional detachment means refusing to give your peace to external forces. Your inner world is sacred and untouchable. When you adopt this, stress lessens, clarity increases, and challenges become puzzles to solve, not battles to fight. Thoughts shape reality. What you focus on, you attract. When you let external events dictate your state of mind, you become a slave to them. But when you take control of your thoughts, you become the architect of your own destiny. Consider the story of a man who lost his business and all his investments. Most would be in despair, but he saw it as a lesson. He knew his mind was his greatest asset, and no external loss could take that away. With this mindset, he rebuilt everything, stronger than before. This is the power of detachment. When you stop identifying with failures, you free yourself to rise above them. A major reason people fail is emotional turbulence. They let fear and doubt control them. They start with ambition but give up at the first sign of a challenge. Those who master detachment see obstacles as stepping stones. Training yourself to be emotionally detached doesn't mean becoming cold. It means you no longer let external forces dictate your internal state. You can feel joy and sadness, but you remain in control. Your emotions serve you. To develop this, practice stepping back in emotional situations. The next time someone insults you, pause. Ask yourself if it truly affects your life in a meaningful way. Most of the time it doesn't. By choosing not to react, you take away their power. Detachment also comes from having a clear purpose. When you have a strong vision, petty distractions don't shake you. Your focus becomes unbreakable because your energy is too valuable to waste on things that don't serve you. The world belongs to those who master themselves. The more you cultivate emotional control, the more unstoppable you become. While others panic, you remain calm. While others react, you respond. True strength is about an unshakable presence that commands respect without demanding it. When you master emotional detachment, you control life. Mindful indifference is a superpower. We are conditioned to believe we must care about everything: people's opinions, their validation, their judgments. Society teaches us that our worth is measured by how much we invest in the thoughts of others. But true freedom comes when you realize most things don't matter. The next time you're overthinking, ask if it will matter in 5 years. If not, let it go. Most of what troubles us becomes insignificant with time, yet we let it consume us. Mastering indifference is the key to regaining your power. Indifference doesn't mean apathy. It means prioritizing your finite energy on what truly deserves it. Not every battle is worth fighting. When you stop reacting to every minor inconvenience, you regain control. You shift from being emotionally reactive to strategically responsive, and that changes everything. Think of the people you admire most. They aren't desperately seeking approval or reacting emotionally to every challenge. They stand firm, unshaken by the world's noise. They know who they are and cannot be easily manipulated. When you adopt this mindset, people start to respect you more, not because you seek their validation, but because they see you as someone who cannot be moved. In a world where most are desperate to fit in, the one who stands firm in their own self-worth holds the true power. Consider a scenario where someone criticizes you unfairly. The weak-minded immediately react. The strong, however, remain calm. They understand that words only have power if they allow them to. By not reacting, they maintain control of the situation and themselves. That self-respect commands more respect than any outburst ever could. The same principle applies to success. Those who achieve greatness are not those who waste their energy on trivial concerns. They are laser-focused on their goals, refusing to be distracted by petty dramas. They operate with clarity, knowing that every moment spent worrying about irrelevant things is a moment stolen from their progress. How do you cultivate this level of indifference? Start by evaluating your reactions. The next time you feel anger or anxiety rising over something minor, pause. Ask yourself if it's worth your energy. More often than not, the answer will be no. Train yourself to let go of what does not serve you. Another powerful practice is setting clear priorities. Define what truly matters in your life: your purpose, your growth, your peace of mind. When you have a strong foundation of self-worth, the opinions of others lose their grip on you. You become untouchable, not because you don't care about anything, but because you care deeply about the right things. This is the secret most never realize. True power lies not in seeking approval, but in being unmoved by rejection. It is found in the ability to walk away from what drains you and to remain focused in a world full of distraction. In the end, it is not about caring less, it is about caring wisely. It is about choosing where to direct your energy and refusing to waste it. Because when you master the art of indifference, you don't just survive, you thrive. And in a world where everyone is overly concerned with pleasing others, the one who stands firm in their own self-worth will always rise above the rest. Or stop seeking approval. Seeking approval is a trap. It places your happiness in the hands of others, making you dependent on their validation. The reality is, no one's opinion of you should outweigh your own. The moment you give someone else the power to define your worth, you lose control over your own life. True confidence isn't given, it's built through self-reliance, through knowing that you don't need anyone's permission to be yourself. Think about the most magnetic individuals you've ever encountered. They don't beg for approval. They don't shrink themselves to fit in. They own who they are, flaws and all, and that's what makes them powerful. Their power lies in their unwavering sense of self. While others chase validation, they walk their own path unapologetically and with purpose. The need for approval is rooted in fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of standing alone. But here's the truth. The more you seek approval, the more you surrender your power. You become a prisoner of expectations, bending and twisting yourself to fit into molds designed by others, and in doing so, you betray yourself. Freedom comes when you release the need to be liked by everyone. It's an illusion to think that universal approval is even possible. No matter what you do, someone will always have something to say. Some will admire you, others will criticize you, and many won't care at all. So why waste your energy trying to please everyone? Consider the people who change the world. Leaders, innovators, creators. They are not concerned with fitting in. They are driven by vision, by purpose, by the fire within them. They face criticism, yet they remain unfazed. Their confidence is built on something far stronger than public opinion. It is built on self-belief, and that is what makes them unstoppable. If you want to break free from the approval trap, start by asking yourself whose opinion truly matters. More often than not, the loudest voices are from those who do not walk your path, who do not understand your journey. Their words carry no real weight unless you allow them to. Another crucial step is learning to validate yourself. Acknowledge your own progress, celebrate your wins, big or small. When you start recognizing your own worth, external approval becomes irrelevant. You no longer need applause to feel worthy. You simply know you are. Detaching from validation does not mean becoming arrogant or dismissive. It means standing firm in who you are. It means respecting your own decisions, your own journey, and refusing to let others dictate your path. It means understanding that your value is not something to be negotiated or debated. The moment you stop seeking validation is the moment you start living freely. You no longer filter your words, your actions, or your dreams through the lens of others' expectations. You move through life with authenticity, with boldness, with a sense of purpose that cannot be shaken. Not everyone will understand you, not everyone will support you, and that's okay. The ones who matter will respect you, not because you seek their approval, but because you don't need it. So choose yourself. Stand firm in your beliefs, in your values, in your vision. Let go of the need for external validation and embrace the power of self-acceptance, because once you do, you become untouchable, not because you have everyone's approval, but because you no longer require it. Handle criticism. Criticism is inevitable, but how you handle it defines your strength. Most people crumble at the first sign of disapproval. They take every comment to heart, allowing it to shape their self-identity, dictate their actions, and weaken their resolve. But why? Criticism is nothing more than words, opinions, and perspectives that often come from those who don't even understand your journey. The reality is that criticism only has as much power as you give it. When you react emotionally, you let it control you. When you filter it through logic, you remain in control. The strongest individuals don't let criticism shake them. They assess it with a clear mind, take what's useful, and discard the rest. No unnecessary emotion, no overreaction, just selective attention to what truly matters. The key lesson: filter criticism through logic, not emotion. Keep what serves you, ignore what doesn't, and never let someone's opinion disrupt your peace. There are two types of criticism, constructive and destructive. Constructive criticism is valuable. It helps you improve. It comes from people who have experience, knowledge, and a genuine desire to see you grow. This is the type of feedback you should welcome. Destructive criticism, however, is designed to break you down. It often stems from jealousy, insecurity, or lack of understanding. These opinions are meaningless unless you make the mistake of internalizing them. Imagine a sculptor working on a masterpiece. As he chisels away, people stop to watch. Some admire his work, some offer helpful suggestions, and others mock his efforts. Does the sculptor abandon his vision because of a few negative voices? No, he continues, guided by his inner vision, filtering out the noise. This is how you must approach criticism. When someone criticizes you, ask yourself, does this person have the experience or credibility to judge me? If they do, consider their words. If they don't, move on. Not all voices deserve your attention. Most criticism comes from people who have never done what you are doing. Their words are reflections of their own limitations, not yours. Criticism is a test of emotional resilience. Weak-minded individuals react impulsively. They get defensive, argue, or retreat into self-doubt. The strong remain unmoved. They acknowledge criticism, process it, but never let it disrupt their inner peace. When you respond to criticism with calm indifference, you show the world that your confidence is unshakable. Consider the great minds of history, visionaries, creators, and leaders. Every one of them faced relentless criticism. Their ideas were doubted, their decisions questioned, yet they pressed forward, refusing to let outside noise deter them. Their ability to stand firm in the face of doubt is what set them apart. They understood that criticism is often the price of progress. If you want to develop this mindset, practice detachment. The next time someone criticizes you, pause. Don't react immediately. Instead, analyze. Is there value in their words? If yes, learn from it. If not, dismiss it. When you master this habit, you free yourself from the emotional burden of seeking approval. Another powerful approach is self-conviction. When you truly believe in your path, external opinions lose their grip on you. Confidence comes from within, not from the approval or disapproval of others. The moment you realize this, you become immune to shallow criticism. The world will always have something to say. Some will praise you, others will doubt you, but in the end, the only opinion that truly matters is your own. True power lies in the ability to hear criticism, evaluate it rationally, and move forward without losing focus. So the next time someone criticizes you, remember, it's just noise. Learn from it if necessary, but never let it define you. The strongest people do not fear criticism, they use it wisely, or they ignore it completely. Keep your composure under pressure. Pressure exposes people. Some break, some fold, but the strong remain unshaken. Why? Because they prepare their minds before the storm arrives. They understand that pressure is not an anomaly, it is a certainty, and when you expect challenges, you stop being surprised by them. The secret is to detach from the need for control. Understand this, not everything will go according to plan.
People will disappoint you, obstacles will appear, unexpected setbacks will come.